From the purveyors of portable power, the new Anker Powerhouse II 400 is ready for adventures or ready to power your home in emergency situations as well. A bigger brother to the Powerhouse 200 that we took a look at last year, the 400 has some more outputs as well as a 388 watt-hour capacity. So let's dive in and take a look at all the ins and outs of the Anker Powerhouse II 400. Thanks for watching 9 to 5 Toys. Be sure to like, subscribe, and enable notifications with the bell icon so you don't miss any upcoming videos. So today we have the Powerhouse II 400, which is the bigger brother to the Powerhouse 200 that we took at last year, and with a much higher capacity. This is going to be able to power more adventures for longer. So looking at the 200 here, it is very similar overall to the new 400. Very similar design aesthetic, and actually the inputs and outputs are very similar as well on here. You can see they both have an AC outlet, they both have USB-A outlets. The 200 has 2 of those, and the 400 has 3, and then they both have a USB-C power delivery as well, so 1 on each of these, and then the 12-volt car adapter as well. So really the only additional output on the 400 is that extra USB-A. Coming in at $400, the Powerhouse 400 is priced pretty competitively. The older 200 is still $260 on Amazon, and some of the competition from Jackery is similarly priced, with the Explorer 300 coming in at $350, and the Explorer 500 available for $500. So at $400, this seems pretty accurate and pretty competitive for the feature set. Taking a look at the overall dimensions, the main body measures 10 by 5.5 by 6 inches, but the hard carry handle on top here does add another 1.6 inches to the overall design of this. That's something that I liked on the Powerhouse 200. The soft carry handle on top could be flush when you're transporting it, and then you just pull it up when you need to carry it. But with the Powerhouse 400, that is raised and it's a hard handle. So that's going to make it not as compact as if this were, flat and flush across the top here. But I would imagine as the power station gets larger and heavier, maybe those soft carry handles aren't as reliable as what a hard handle is. So that'd be my guess as for why that is on here. One other really neat feature on the design, you can see all the inputs and outputs, and the display are on the front here. And we'll take a look at the other sides. This side is blank, but you can see kind of that Anker blue and gray colorway coming through, which looks really sharp in my opinion. But on the opposite side, one really cool feature here, it does have a flashlight, which these are kind of standard for portable power stations at this point, and has a few different settings on there. But on the back, it has this ambient light across the entire thing here. And it's a very soft, very warm light, which I would imagine is meant to complement campfires. You can tell on my hand there how warm it is compared to the daylight lights that I'm using. So it is a very warm light, but would match very well with like a campfire setting. So that's something I think that's pretty unique and would be great around a campsite or a campfire, and is just a nice little addition there on the back of the Powerhouse 400. Another really nice feature of the Powerhouse 400 is the display on here. So you can see right in the middle, it has the percentage for battery, but then over here on the right side, it's going to tell you how much power is going out and give you an estimated running time at that load going out as well. So depending on what you have plugged in there, you'll get an idea for how long you're going to be able to run that, how long you're going to be able to charge something. So I think that's really handy. And then similarly on the other side, it will give you the power coming in, and it will give you an estimate for the remaining charge time to get this back up to 100. So that's super handy if you're trying to top this thing off before a trip. You kind of know how long it's going to take to get this ready to go. So now let's go a little bit more in depth on the ins and outs here. We do have the 12-volt barrel plug here, car adapter, and all of these, you can tell they're kind of sectioned into 3 different sections, can be turned on and off with these little buttons on top here. And the display will light up when those are going. So very easy to turn them on and off and tell what's going. And then in the middle, we have the 3 USB-A ports, and then we also have a USB-C port, and then we also have the DC in, which is rated up to 65 watts. So that's what the wall adapter, the wall charger, is going to plug into to power up this thing. And that's also what you can use for solar power as well, if you want to top this off with some solar panels while you're out on an adventure. But it is capped at 65 watts going in. And then lastly, we have the single AC outlet over here on the side, and that is capped at 300 watts. So Anker is very clear about that on their website. They're like, don't expect to run any hair dryers or microwaves or anything like that. If you are using this for van life, you'll probably want something bigger like the Jackery Explorer 1000, which has a 1000 watt continuous output. But this is great for charging and powering most things, in my opinion, in my experience. So of course, use case for this is going to vary greatly depending on what you need it for. These are always great, I think, to have along on road trips, just in case of emergencies. Also on video shoots, I love having at least one battery pack just to keep, drones, cameras, computers, just to keep everything topped off. And it's also great in case the power goes out. So something to keep, topped up on a shelf in your basement, and then in emergency situations, you know where it is, it's easy to get, and it's ready to go. So overall, I think Anker has delivered another great portable powerhouse with the Powerhouse II 400. I enjoy the subtle and understated design. I think it fits better when I'm on like a video shoot. It doesn't stand out as much as some other power stations. And it has those really handy features with the flashlight and that ambient light in the background as well. It's really easy to use and informative with that screen on front here, so you have a good estimate of how much time you have left, running at your current load, but then also how long it's going to take to recharge this thing. So a couple of really great features in there that I really appreciate. If multiple AC outlets is something that you really need, definitely check out the Jackery Explorer 1000. We have a review that I'll link down in the description. That's another great option. That's a lot more expensive, but it has a lot more power to it. And that'll wrap it up for our review of the Anker Powerhouse II 400 power station. Let us know what you think about it down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. This is Jordan with 9to5 Toys.